Hello everyone! After exploring floor 14 and not getting this drill bit, because as you can clearly see, it says laboratory here, some of you reassured me that this is actually found on 15, so this is wrong. However, there's also another location to get this, and if we go to floor 11, freight, we should be able to find them here as well. So I was messing around with the Omni scanner, and as you can see, if I put it on fragments, there is something over there, all the way down below. So I checked this out at some point, and I guess I was right over here, because I started digging towards it. Because on the map you can see all the way down there, you can barely see it. There's something, but that's really far down. So I dug this far and I was like, it ain't worth it, man. However, apparently, some of you guys have been telling me that you could actually find schematics for every single drill bit there. And I will say that is pretty huge, because that means we can actually get the next drill bit before draining floor 15. However, since that is gonna take a while, why don't we check out floor 15 first, and potentially set up some pumps?
This area is restricted.
Oh.
All operations are monitored directly by Command Group Pacific.
And Pacific, man. Also, something interesting is there actually is a floor 16. So we are going to need the Mark VII regardless, which is why I want to get on it soon. Especially since you can see it's 500,000 meters down. Or up, I guess. And well, that would take about 200 drill bits, so the sooner we get it, the better. Ooh, okay, so there actually is a building already here.
This is some kind of holding area. I don't remember it clearly, but this is probably where I was being kept on those tap wire recordings.
My memory of it is unclear as well, but yes. And it would seem that more cells were added afterwards. Likely built in a hurry when it was decided to detain the crew members who wanted to explore Zulu before Command could mount an exploration of our own.
Alright, well we couldn't really do much there. Seems like a lot of this is actually blocked off. I did see an upgrade there though, so how about we go check that out. It seems like there's nothing else around this floor. Well, yet anyway. So what is this then? HB Glide 7. Well, alright. Are there any obvious locations we can place the pumps? I think like right underneath here, right? I mean, it's not all the way down, but it's probably far enough down. How good is the drill speed in this? 500? We're gonna need at least 12 pumps then. Well, let's start stacking. Right, I forgot how many pumps I had on me. However, I think it was 18, so 13 should be enough then. I already started pulling the pure diesel here too. Alright, since floor 14, I actually learned quite a bit. And for this design, I want to thank a channel called FKGafgarion, I'll put a link in the description, for telling me some pretty compact and interesting ways how the game works. So we can make the design that we had earlier a lot smaller, and we only need one beam for it. If you do like Techtonica and want to learn some things, highly recommend checking out his channel. Alright, of course we are still going to need power up here, so I'm gonna have some regular pillars go all the way up, and that way we can put up the stack inserters. So the neat thing, why I did it like this, so the stack converter should be able to give the items directly to this conveyor belt. However, I do want to see... Okay, interesting. I guess they all go through the top. I did not expect that. And we can do the same for the fuel, so they'll take from this stack as well. Now, I'm not sure about the output. It could be that there's going to be way too much in there. We'll have to check on that and adjust if necessary. I also ran out of Mark II containers. I really should be making some more. Letting my mind think that tier 1s are going to be good enough is dangerous business, man. Alright, let's start pulling some biodiesel. And let's see if this contraption works. It's gonna be a little slow to start up, but it seems like it is pulling it. It's pulling it in a weird way. That's really interesting. Okay, these are stacking up, so this is not working for a huge line like this. Alright, we have to rethink this part. That's really unfortunate. I kinda hoped it would just work like that. It will work if it is smaller, I think, but up to how many? In a previous testing, I think we figured out that 4 was the max. However, that's going to be a little different now, of course. So I want to see if 3 will be good enough. Can it empty those? Answer seems no. This entire idea is probably flawed. Alright, doing a tiny zigzag pattern like that should work. Okay, if I look at that, honestly, I think a 4th one would have easily fitted in here. And maybe... just maybe, we can even get away with a 5th one. Yeah, I think that works. That seems to be a near constant stream. I don't want to completely fill it up just in case it gets overloaded. Alright, there we go. That should all work. Now, there is one issue, though. As you can see, it's not going down. Even though we have more dig speed than refill rate. We've been over this at floor 14. We would just need one more, and they can actually start digging. However, that is at minimum, of course. So let's add a couple more to it. Right, all this should be running in a second. To future-proof it, I'm just gonna have an outlet here, and then we can just snake it back around. Now it should finally be going, right? Yes, finally. Alright, admittedly, this could eat for our pure diesel real quick. I started adding on to this, and it seems to be working at almost full capacity. It's running low on powder now. Alright, why is powder so low? Ah, I see the problem. It would help if I hook things up, man. Alright, now that this is going again, these crushers can actually start crushing again. And that way we can get a lot more sesamite powder. Also, good news for the power. As you can see, we are keeping up. But if you look at this, all the cranks are off. So one of you lovely people told me that I was doing it wrong. I was crushing sand and stems, and that is not generating power for some reason, because you need sand by itself. Because yeah, crushing the sand with a bit of fiber, no power. I guess the fiber takes up all the power or something. But seeing as we have so much sand coming in, it looks like an absolute mess. But also, it looks really cool. So I got 5 crushers here, and all these crushers are wholly...
Sand elevation diminished.
Jesus Christ, man. Stop that system. I don't know why I jump every time. These crushers are working, which is pretty sweet. They're generating a ton of power. Their multiplier also goes up finally. And I think 97 is the max if I look at this. But that generates enough power to keep these accumulators fully charged at all time. Alright, apparently we have to be here at PT Sierra. I wanted to go here anyway, because our very final upgrade is right within grasp. But let's first get this one. Sandstorm. But I got enough gold, as well as sesamite ingots, to upgrade PT Sierra to max. Hell yeah.
Unknown and or classified technologies available. Report all activities.
Alright, that's interesting. So what the hell did we unlock that's all classified then? Rushing Atlantium is classified? None of this stuff seems like it should be classified, man. Oh, I think I can see what is classified. I'm guessing this colorless cube is probably the thing that is classified. However, we need to unlock the schematic for that. And then it costs 300 green cores, which we actually have. Alright, let's go check out floor 15 then real quick. Man, I keep getting distracted. I want to get to floor 11 and start digging. What do we have in here? Red lights. Red lights don't mean good. Yeah, there's a laptop. There's also this here. That did not do anything. So we had this happen last episode as well, where a lot of these upgrades, they didn't give us anything. And apparently that's because we already have the recipe unlocked and there's just duplicates. Alright, power trim. Sweet. Not that we really need power anymore though. Not much around here. Well, there's this laptop, so let's listen to that.
Pacific has been gone for nearly a month. I should have known it would be longer than a few days. Their behavior has been erratic ever since our mission to Zulu. It was bad enough that they left me in charge of the detainees and ordered me to ensure that nobody else comes up from Victor. But another development has left me at a complete loss. This morning, I detected a massive energy blast emanating from the planetary core. The concussion of it went through us like a tidal wave. And while the detainees have been glassy-eyed and blankly compliant since we were beset by the cubes at Zulu, this latest phenomenon has made them even more wretched. At first, they began to collapse in pain, making complaints consistent with a massive failure of their internal organs. Hours later, their external features began to disintegrate. They were dissolving from the inside out. As I left to find whatever medical supplies I could, I noticed that a similar rust-like decay had begun to set in on the structural materials of our facilities, and on my mechanical suit as well. I scavenged for hours, unable to find any painkillers or medication uncontaminated by the wave. I returned to offer the prisoners whatever mercy I could. I'll never know what that mercy might have been. They were dust. Cendre. Even the suits they wore had been reduced to nothingness. Guilt and shame and relief washed over me all at once. I scattered their remains across the desert. I went back to my laboratory. I sat alone, in the dark. From across the room, I heard the ticker of my molecular analyzer spring to life. It was the sesamite. What had once been a small but significant amount of activity within a sample began to surge. Was this finally the emergence of the omnimaterialistic properties we had hoped for? I do not understand what this energy wave may have done to the sesamite, but I will give anything, do anything, to uncover it. I will not let so many die for nothing.
Well, that's pretty dark. Also, I noticed that there's a door here we cannot open yet, but there were some things behind there. We might just need Mirage herself for that. Although, I'm not sure if we can find her here or on floor 16. But before anything interrupts us again, let's quickly run back here and get that drill bit. Now, I think drilling down will go a lot faster these days. Mainly because we have the jetpack that can just fly back up. So we don't actually have to build in staircase form, or dig in staircase form. And that should make the progress a lot faster. You know, people said it looked like a house. And they were right. It really looks like just your regular old house. Oh, we found something. Is it really just buried? It looks it. Alright, let's start pulling out the big guns. Hold on, it looks a little less cool than you would imagine. But yeah, that's a house alright. Even has the slanted roof. I was actually thinking about it, we don't even have blocks that can do that besides these stairs. What a blast. These things are in working order too? What's in here? Explosives and 10 stack inserters? That's actually pretty good. Is this the one we require? Yes. This is a weird place, man. But we finally got it. Mark 7 drill bit or excavator bits. We can start producing those. We need a total of 200 of them. But that is pretty cool. I'll leave everything here. But that is weird. I wonder if this house was there before update 1.0. Because that would really make Mark 6 obsolete. Which I'm pretty sure you get after this floor. Or is the first one you get after this floor. Then again, it is really well hidden, so there is that, of course. Now I'm just quickly gonna, very crudely as well, make some Mark 7s, seeing as this is all temporary anyway. Alright, it looks like in order to get to the next layer, where the sand will probably stop, and where we can find things again, it's gonna take a little while. Yeah, it is very far down there. Also, is it me or are these floors getting smaller and smaller the more we went into the game? We spent longer and longer on the floors, but pretty sure the floors themselves are smaller than they've ever been. Alright, I'm looking at my notes real quick, and I think everything that I wanted to do, that I could currently do, we have done, besides upgrading the refinery again, but that is one of those things that we like constantly need to do. We're actually using up a lot of pure fuel now, which is really scary. And I think that's just because we're still not getting enough powder. Well, taking a look at this storage box has a ton of it in there. It's a byproduct from generating all the power. I think we may as well just slot it in here as well. And just so it doesn't overload with sand, I'm gonna have the sand go to a different chest. Alright, well, it seems to be pumping it out, which is good. Alright, I'm wondering something. We got a bunch of crystals in this chest. If we crush them, will it turn into the powder? It won't, and we cannot put them in yet. Probably because we don't have it actually unlocked yet. So let's see if we can find where that is at. Probably under energy. Alright, yes, but we would need to get this upgrade right here. Because I don't think we can still crush them, right? No, we still cannot crush them. But we'd need to get this upgrade. And we would need to get more green cores for that. Which is slow and also almost full, by the looks of it. A good thing we came to check that out. Alright, that's 2 full ones done. But alright, unlocking that seems to be something for off-camera, because that is just gonna take a little while. It seems like we have a lot of waiting or kind of annoying little jobs left to do. There's of course digging out floor 15, the entirety of the fuel refinery. We need to make a ton of excavator bits, and all this will probably take a little while. However, do not worry, there will still be content in the meantime. I just cannot promise it will be daily Techtonica, as I have been doing for the past, I would say 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks now, which is kind of crazy. However, there's this other game called Techtonica, which, you know, kind of sounds similar, right, to Techtonica. It's kind of a similar premise, really, but we're in space. Some catastrophe happened, we're stuck in space, but I guess instead of digging upwards, we have to survive in space and go to different planets. It looks like you can build a base, you have to scan for stuff. It sounds pretty interesting, and the developer was nice enough to send me an early copy of the game so we could check it out. So in the meantime, while I'm working on Techtonica, getting all the things ready for the next episode, we'll be checking out this game. It seems really interesting. But you know, starting a new game should probably not take that much time compared to what I've been doing with Techtonica. So it shouldn't be taking away too much time I could be spending on upgrading all this. It's a lot of waiting work anyway. So I hope you'll all enjoy that series as well. Eden Crafter should be coming out soon again, which is what we played before Techtonica, for all the new people here, because since Techtonica, we got a massive spike in both viewership and subscribers, so thank you all for that. It has been a crazy ride so far, which kind of has me hesitant on switching as well, but I think it'd be a healthy change, especially for the content, because otherwise it's gonna get very stale, because we don't have much to do, except for wait and build up more of the machines we already built before. Yeah, Eden Crafter should be coming back. That is kind of similar to Techtonica as well, and towards an automation factory game, but more survival-like, like the game I mentioned before, which is gonna take me a little while to remember the name. I had the same issue with Techtonica. I don't know why, it just doesn't stick in my brain. Right, before I start rambling for way too long, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll hopefully see you here tomorrow for the first episode of Techtonica. See y'all then.